Hi, welcome to the 2+2 Business Pathway Information Session. My name is Shauna Larson, and I am the counselor and coordinator for the 2+2 Business Pathway at Mount San Jacinto College. And I am joined by Amanda Werkheiser, the advisor for the CSUSM Temecula campus side of the program. This is a partnership between MSJC and CSU San Marcos Temecula campus. It is important to distinguish this is not a partnership with the main campus, only the Temecula campus of the CSU San Marcos. We want to start by talking a little bit about education in general. Most of the students who join our program are recent graduates from high school, though we do sometimes have older students join us as well. But typically, students who are interested in this program have recently or have their high school diploma or GED. While you're in this program, you will earn both an associate's degree and a bachelor's degree. The pyramid itself, higher education, the higher up you go in general, the less likely you are to experience unemployment and the higher income you'll experience. This isn't always the case, but it's typically the case that as a student moves further up the pyramid, they will be eligible for higher income and be less at risk for unemployment. This is particularly true in the field of business, where many of the entry-level positions either prefer or require a bachelor's degree. That said, there is what we like to call the darker side of college as well. So many college students who start college, only about 45% of them are not completing. They're not finishing their degree. They're not graduating. Also, those that do graduate with a bachelor's degree, the typical debt load of those students at graduation is around $33,000 in the United States. On top of that, less than 40% of students are completing their bachelor degree in 4 years. So even though a bachelor degree is typically called a 4-year degree, it's actually taking many students, particularly in impacted majors like business, 5 or 6 years to earn that degree. And the reason for that is a lot of times courses are in impacted majors. There's a lot of students who need those courses, but there's not very many seats in them. So you end up having to fight to get one of those seats. If your registration date is later than someone else, you may have to put off taking a particular course for another semester. If that course is a prerequisite, meaning it's required before you can take another one of the courses you need for your major, then you've already put off your graduation date by a semester. If that happens again, then you've put off your graduation date by a year. So that's how you end up taking 5 or 6 years to graduate rather than 4. Now, we don't want to scare students away from taking out student loans. It is very common that you may need student loans at some point in your education. That said, we want to make sure that if you are taking those loans, you're only taking what you need and that you are not in this group that does not complete, because that is who is really hurt by the student loans debt, is those that took out the loans but never actually completed their bachelor's degree. So while they still have to pay back that debt, they do not have the benefit of the increased income and employment opportunities to help pay that debt off. So we at MSJC and CSU San Marcos Temecula, when creating this program, wanted to address these issues. So we created a program that's designed to save you time, save you money, and help you stay local. The 2+2 Business Pathway provides students interested in earning a business degree the opportunity to graduate in 4 years. As long as you pass your classes, you are guaranteed to graduate in 4 years. The first 2 years are MSJC, where you'll earn multiple associate degrees, including an Associate of Science for Transfer in Business Administration. Upon successful completion of those 2 years, you are guaranteed admission to CSU San Marcos Temecula campus, where you'll complete your last 2 years of your bachelor's degree and earn a Bachelor's of Science in Business Administration. So how are we able to guarantee that you can graduate in 4 years? We do that because we guarantee seats in all of your required courses at both institutions. That means you do not have to fight to have a seat in one of your required courses. We will make sure that that seat is reserved for you. We also provide you with academic advisors at both institutions. That way you'll be meeting with someone who can look over your education plan and make sure that you're only taking the courses that you need. We also offer guaranteed admission to CSU San Marcos Temecula campus upon completion of the Associate of Science for Transfer and Business Administration and all of your pre-business core courses, okay? So basically after you finish your freshman and sophomore year at Mount San Jacinto College, you're guaranteed admission to CSU San Marcos Temecula campus. Now, I said as long as you have successfully completed that part of the program. Successful completion for this tag is pretty reasonable. TAG stands for Transfer Admission Guarantee. And a lot of schools, when they have a TAG agreement, it can be a bit rigorous. It can demand, you know, a 3.2 or a 3.5 or higher GPA in order for students to qualify. We actually only require that you have a cumulative GPA of a 2.0 and a business core GPA of a 2.5, which means you need to basically pass all of your courses and do a little bit better in your business major requirements, all right? It's fairly, I believe it's a very fair requirement. You can also use financial aid at both institutions. At MSJC, this can be in the form of the California Promise Grant, the Pell Grant, the Cal Grant, scholarships, or through the MSJC Promise. So most universities and colleges will have access to Pell Grant or Cal Grant money. But at MSJC, because it is a community college, we also have access to the Promise Grant and the MSJC Promise. So the Promise Grant, if you qualify for that, that will actually waive your tuition fees for all of your classes. If you do not qualify for any aid at all, you may still get your first year paid for via reimbursement at the end of the year through the MSJC Promise. So if the requirements for that are that you be a full-time student, that you're part of the first year experience program, and that you pass all of your classes. All of those things are already built into our program. So as long as if you don't qualify for any aid at all, you still may get your first year paid for through reimbursement at the end of your first year. And even if you don't qualify for any of that, and you do have to pay for your full tuition at MSJC, that tuition is only $46 per unit, all right? So that is compared to several $100s per unit at the CSUs or UC system. In fact, you can take the entire freshman and sophomore year at MSJC, not including books, but including your tuition and student fees, comes out to a little over $3,000, which is the cost of 1 or 2 semesters at a university. And that's at a Cal State or a UC university. Private schools, it's considerably higher. Okay. There are some what I like to call bonus degrees in this program as well. So besides earning the Associate of Science for Transfer and Business Administration, you'll also earn a Associate of Arts for Transfer in Economics, an Associate of Arts in Liberal Arts with an emphasis in Business and Technology, and of course you'll be getting your CSU General Education certification. There is a chance, depending on the courses that a student chooses, that that student may also earn an additional liberal arts degree and IGETC certification as well. These degrees, I like to point out, they're not something that we added extra courses to your plan in order to receive. The requirements for transfer to CSU San Marcos Temecula campus just happens to also be the same requirements for not only the Associate of Science for Transfer and Business Administration, but also these other 2 degrees as well. So we're not adding extra work to give you these degrees. They're just, like I said, kind of a bonus for your resume. And that's something unique to starting at a community college as well. Most universities do not give students the option to earn an associate degree after their sophomore year, which means that while many students who go directly to a university can say that they're in the process of earning a degree on their resume, they can't say that they already have one. Our students will be able to say that they already have a business degree or an economics degree when they're applying for internships and jobs in their junior and senior year of college. So who is eligible for the program? We're looking for students that have no more than 15 degree applicable units completed by the start of the cohort they wish to join. What does that mean? So some students, especially those coming directly from high school, may not have any college units completed already. They may only have 3 or 6 units completed because they chose to take some courses at the community college or in their high school that gave them college credit. So they typically don't need to worry about that. This issue is more for someone who's maybe returning to school after a while, maybe took some classes at a community college or a university before, and now they want to come back and pursue a degree in business. So really, this is not meant to be punitive. What we're looking at is if you already have more than a semester's worth of the work done, we would rather do an individual plan for you because you could transfer much sooner than 2 years. So we really, it's not, again, it's not meant to be punitive. It's just meant, if this is not a benefit to you, then we're not going to force you to be in this program. That said, a counselor at Mount San Jacinto College will still work with you to transfer to CSU San Marcos Temecula if that's what you want. It'll just be on a one-on-one basis. Students must also be willing to start at college level math and English. All students entering the community college system are eligible to start at college level math and English. And we do offer support courses for kind of like a lab to offer additional support if you do feel a little bit uncomfortable with math or English. So just let your counselor know if you prefer to add that to your plan, but it is not required. You must also be willing to attend full-time. So full-time school, some students don't know what that means. That is going to be 1 or 2 classes each summer and 4 to 5 classes each fall and spring. Those classes in the fall and spring and in the summer will typically require about a 40-hour per week commitment to complete successfully, and that would include class time plus homework and study time. So if you already have to work 40 hours per week, this program may be a little bit too rigorous, too demanding on your time. You can still come to Mount San Jacinto College and we will work with you to create a plan to get you where you want to go, but it might be more beneficial for you to attend part-time as a part-time student if you already have to work full-time. That said, if you're willing to attend full-time, then we will work with you. We also would like any students who are eligible to join the FYE program at MSJC or the first year experience program. It just gives some additional benefits to students who are engaged in that program. And we admit up to 30 students each summer semester. So why would someone be interested in doing this program? If you already know that you want to study business, this might be the program for you. It will save you time by making sure that you graduate in 4 years instead of 5 or 6. It saves you money. While you're at the MSJC side, your tuition rate is much lower than university tuition. On top of that, you may be able to live with family, which means you do not have to pay for room and board or rent in another city, or if you are going to plan was to commute, you don't have to pay for the gas or wear and tear on your car or the parking fees. It also takes the guesswork out of planning your education. We support you right from the start and let you know exactly which courses you need and which courses you do not. And not only do we do that, but we also reserve the most important classes for you, which means you don't have to fight to get into them. We also help you start building important relationships right away. Because this is a cohort style program, you'll be taking courses and engaging with students that are also going into the same field as you. Those relationships become very important when you're looking for work as an adult later. Oftentimes you can use those relationships to help get into a company where one of your colleagues at MSJC or CSU San Marcos Temecula have already worked, and things like that. It also gets you to your career faster, which is ultimately why most people pursue education, is to prepare for that career. Some reasons not to do it. If you are joining this program because someone told you to do it or because you can't think of anything else to do, this probably isn't the major to jump in or the program to jump into. As I said, this is a very rigorous program. It has multiple math courses, economics courses, accounting courses, all right? So this program is really designed for someone who wants to go into business. If you don't think you want to go into business or you just aren't sure, then it might be better to do some more career exploration and major exploration before you commit to this program. Also, we are looking for students who have a plan to attend CSU San Marcos Temecula as their first choice option. We understand that life happens, people change their mind. We're not asking you to promise your firstborn that you will attend to CSU San Marcos Temecula campus, but we want, out of respect, we want you to join this program only if you truly believe that that is where you want to attend at the end of this first 2 years at MSJC. We also want you to have, if you want to have an emphasis in accounting. So if you know you want to be an accountant and one day sit for the CPA exam, we actually would recommend that you attend the main campus's program that has the accounting emphasis, okay? So in order to sit for the CPA exam in California, you need to have a certain number of accounting and business units. You would definitely have the business units met, but you would still need some additional accounting coursework if you did our program, as it is a general business track. If you went to the main campus, CSU San Marcos's main campus, and did their business administration degree with an accounting emphasis, all of that additional coursework would already be built into your plan. So it's just a more direct route for you if that is where your true passion lies. And again, if you do plan to work 30 more plus hours per week and you already know you can't attend school full-time, this program is a full-time program, so it probably wouldn't be for you. Okay. So just a little recap, this is the 2+2 business pathway. It's called that way because you spend 2 years at Mount San Jacinto College, followed by 2 years at CSU San Marcos Temecula campus to equal 4 years to a Bachelor's of Science in Business Administration. While you're at MSJC, you'll have guaranteed seating in all of your classes, guidance from an assigned counselor, and you'll get that transfer admission guarantee to CSU San Marcos Temecula campus. After you transfer, it will be 2 more years to a bachelor's degree in business. Again, you'll have guaranteed seating in all of your classes. There'll be a cohort model of classes, and there will be free parking and no long commute. That is my email there, and that is our website. If you would like more information, please feel free to email or visit our website to learn more. I'll give you a moment to write that down if you would like. And that is it from my side. I'm going to send this over to Amanda to talk more about the CSU San Marcos side.
Okay, hello everyone. So again, my name is Amanda, and I am the advisor over at the Cal State San Marcos Temecula campus, where you will be joining us for the remainder of the 2 years of the program. So I have my email there if you want to go ahead and write it down, and it'll also be at the end of the slideshow as well. So our business program at the Cal State San Marcos Temecula site is held through our department called Extended Learning. So the purpose of this extended learning is to address those areas of impaction. So impaction just means that there are several students that want a class, but maybe there aren't that many classes being offered. So it's causing a lot of crashing and waitlisting for a certain course. So at our program, we actually don't have any of those, and we have no impaction. So you're guaranteed your seat throughout the whole 5 semesters or 2 years of the program at Cal State San Marcos Temecula. Our program is WASC accredited, so whatever university you transfer to, this is very important to note that the college is accredited. So ours is through the Western Association of Schools and Colleges, and this is one of 6 regional associations. So basically this just means whether you go on to apply to either other universities or if you take your degree to employers, that just means your degree counts. So a little bit of structure about our program. It is full-time and classes are run in a cohort format. So once you transfer to us, you will be in the same group of students when you start the program, all the way to the end when you finish those classes. So you'll be in each class with that same group of students. I would say the biggest class size is about 35 students, so it is relatively smaller class sizes, but this also gives you a lot of opportunity to stand out to your faculty members and have that one-on-one time with faculty as well. Again, this is a 5-semester program or 2 years, 4 semesters plus 1 summer term. You are guaranteed seating in all those required courses, so that avoids the impaction that is seen at a lot of other CSUs or a lot of other colleges. The only thing that you have to do as a student to maintain that seat guarantee is earn grades of C or higher in all of your business courses. We do have different resources available to help you have student success in all of your classes, so you want to just make sure you're passing those with a C or higher. Our applicants are admitted for a fall, spring, or summer start, but typically after you finish the MSJC portion of the 2+2 program, Shauna and I will make sure that we help you with the application process and transferring over. And then again, our campus faculty are the same as that you would have at the main campus too. So our bachelor's in business is a general business focus. So a lot of times when you choose a bachelor's degree, you have to choose an emphasis. And that emphasis can include finance, accounting, marketing, management. At the Temecula campus, though, it is general business. This is especially helpful if you're looking at being a small business owner or a manager or an entrepreneur, because it really gives you that well-rounded knowledge of business. So as you can see from this list, you are taking several different aspects of business. So there are some marketing courses, some management courses, and these are just the core business courses as well. There are a couple other electives that are built into the program as well, and those include other business focuses, typically marketing, and some other management courses. This is just a sample of a class schedule. So you are considered a full-time student. You are taking between 12 to 16 units per semester. So whether you're taking any type of financial aid benefits or any type of veteran benefits, you are considered a full-time student. Just some highlights of the program. Again, same faculty as the main campus. There are several leadership opportunities. We have a really great student organization on campus called BOSS. That's Business Organization for Student Success. And they take it upon themselves to go to different networking events. They have hired but they have had the Career Center come down and done some professional LinkedIn headshots for free for students, for those that wanted to start creating their LinkedIn profiles. And they've also had resume workshops with the Career Center as well. And we really just like to help focus on career readiness and helping you get ready for your career goals for after you graduate. There are several different experiences that you can gain for this also during the program, such as networking opportunities, internship opportunities, and career opportunities. We help to make sure those resources are available for you. And then lastly, you are expected to solve real-world business problems while in this program. This is done through our senior experience program. So I have a photo of one of our senior experience teams there. And what the senior experience program is, it is a graduation requirement, and it's a class within your last semester. So this program matches teams of students with projects submitted by local businesses. And these teams work together as business consultants to help solve real-world problems that this company has had come together with, that our students can help with. A lot of these can be marketing projects, they can be strategic projects, logistics projects. It all kind of depends on the company and the problem they submit. But it is a really great experience for students to start gaining some of that knowledge with working for a real company. Here are our program costs. So we do charge per unit. So that $4.99 fee is per unit, and then you would just multiply that by how many units you're taking per semester. The total mandated fees would be the $9.89 per semester. And then lastly, that intent to enroll fee is not necessarily a separate fee. Once you've applied to the program and you have your admissions, you would just accept the admissions. And then that intent to enroll fee is actually your first payment towards your tuition. So that's not necessarily separate. We have estimated the program to be about $35,000 for the full 2 years. Lastly, our application process. So again, Shauna and I do like to get together to help students have a workshop with applying to our program. So we do sit down with you and help make sure you have no problems or issues submitting your application. We do accept financial aid or the FAFSA, and we do accept military benefits as well. The only exception to this is the CalVet fee waiver. That's the only fee waiver that's not eligible for our programs, but we do accept the FAFSA and several other financial aid opportunities. Okay, so thank you. My section was a little short and sweet. So if you have any other questions, my email is there. Feel free to reach out to me at any time. If you're interested in starting the program, definitely reach out to Shauna as well, and she can help get you started on the MSJC side. Thank you.
Thank you.